whatever it is that makes you the most you, like, you gotta stick at it. The same way where we fought for our friendship, I feel like fight for your passions. Today, Buddy and I are meeting up with Pamakane Pico, a very talented contemporary artist of Hawaiian lei-making.
You can feed the ducks and the chicken. We can let the chickens out.
She's also my long-lost childhood friend. Pamakani has always been both humble and shy, and much more comfortable working with her plants and animals than being on camera. So I am just so honored that she is letting me shine a light on her story because I think there's so much we all could learn from it. The rabbits don't lay eggs, actually. He's determined to catch his own rabbit. Buddy, you look like a rabbit. We set off to forage for plants, to make bouquets and leis, and we even found some delicious snacks. It totally reminds me of haiku.
Yeah. The humidity.
Yeah.
And this green lush.
Exactly. Oh, that stream looks refreshing. Oh my gosh. Whoa, sorry. I should have caught it better than that.
We got the bananas.
With our harvest in hand and being surrounded by the beauty of nature, I feel every part of my being slow down. And it feels so nice to be doing this with Pamakani because it takes me back to our youth. This is how we grew up. Aloha everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I am Kimi Werner and I just had such an amazing morning, pretty much playing in nature with one of my childhood friends. Oh, so good to see you.
See you too. And I have a beautiful flower that I grew.
Can you do the honors?
Yes.
While she's doing this, check out these beautiful arrangements that are all over the kitchen. I don't think our kitchen has ever looked more beautiful. She did this all today, right after foraging these beautiful, lovely flowers. You can recognize the purple banana flower from chopping down the bunch of bananas, the monstera we gathered, and so many of these crazy hybrid hibiscuses you grew yourself.
Yes, we did.
The fact that you just whipped out these creations today is beyond cool.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's not as hard when you're inspired by nature, you know, and you live in it.
Right. So Pamakane's mom, who I know as our beloved Auntie Donna, she has always been, since I've known her, she's always been a professional lei maker. So anytime I came to your house, it's like tea leaves everywhere. Picnic table with nails pounded into it so that you could start your tea leaf lei. Clothespins everywhere for clipping, for pinching and pausing and holding your tea leaf roses. That's how I pretty much learned anything lei making. And I remember I would go over there thinking I was helping her fill an order, but be like the slow, you know what I mean? The one that would...
Pretty fast. I was very surprised. We had to make a living, so we were like
everyone's roses would be so beautiful, and they'd be like, "Oh, good job, Kimi," and like mine would just be like falling apart. But the patience that your ohana just showed me and taught me, I just feel like left such a lasting impression on me my whole life. And then I can't even tell you how cool it is to now know that all grown up, that's what you do professionally, but with your own unique twist.
Yep. I'm just so grateful to even do what I love, you know, and carry on what my mom taught me. So
you just tend to let nature, what it looks like, speak to you and become this like vessel to make it into something that we can all just enjoy. And I like to do the same with food. So we're gonna get cooking. I have an uku that I shot. So I was thinking we could make some poisson cru. I wanted to choose a very colorful dish since I know that your art is so colorful. So for anyone who doesn't know, poisson cru is like, it's like a ceviche, but it's like the Tahitian style. Pamakani also has a twin sister named Kumehana. I have a sister 1 year older than me named Christy. And one thing you do when you have a sister close in age, obviously what everyone does, is they compare. And so Pamakani and Christy were the nice sisters.
We were alike. Yeah, we were looking out for our sisters.
They were responsible.
Yeah, for the Kolohe one.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were responsible, they were sweet, and they were nice, which left, and I'm just blaming this on comparison, which left Hana and I, we were the opposite of responsible. I guess we would call it
rebels.
We were rebellious, we were kolohe, we were a little naughty. You need balance in life, right? But we must have, I know we drove you and Christy crazy pretty much every day of your life.
But that's what made it special.
Oh yeah. Love you, Hana. Love you, Christy.
Yes, we love you guys.
Growing up in Maui, back in those days, it was truly a special upbringing.
Oh yeah.
And when I think of growing up in Maui, I just think of
you guys were family.
Yes, our girl gang. Mm-hmm. To have like this group of friends who really had your back,
looked out for one another, and was there everything. At any time, that you needed anything.
The other thing we had was nature. And the fact that, we were teenagers. And so we definitely, all of us, went through hard times. We had stuff going on. And if we didn't have nature to have as an outlet, I think we would have been a lot naughtier. But, right? But, we would get together. And we would gather, just like how we gathered this morning, which was very nostalgic for me. And we would just make stuff. And it didn't have to be late. We'd all be doing different things.
Our own crafts.
Exactly, in our own little worlds. But then we would be talking about what's going on in our life. We'd be sharing about things we were having a hard time with while connecting to the environment around us. That was something really sacred in my heart.
I feel so blessed to even have that, That
and now
memory.
you're still doing that. That is cool.
Getting back to the roots of it.
It does make me really proud to see somehow the environments that shaped us, the ocean, the land, the flowers, it shaped our paths.
Yep.
It's really neat.
It truly did.
Yeah, to reunite and be like, oh my gosh, of course that's what you're doing and you're killing it. So I'm just gonna put...
So in our bowl, we already have tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, carrots, bell peppers, and lime juice and cilantro. And now we're ready for the main ingredient, fresh fish.
This is the star of the poisson cru. Nice,
so pretty. Nice
little uku I got out diving. I actually shot a bigger one, but a shark came and took it, bit my whole spear in half. I've never had that happen in my life. I didn't even know a shark could bite a steel shaft in half. I did, and then ate my fish. So,
how did you feel that the shark was there?
At first I was just like, oh, somebody get my fish, because it ran, and I already shot my spear, so I don't have anything, and I'm pulling it in, and when that shark just came up and bit, and then I just saw the spear break, I was like, oh yeah, we're not getting that fish. And sure enough, his friends all came and they all gobbled it up together.
We gotta give back to the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
That was it.
Yeah, gotta pay your dues.
Oh, it smells so good.
It does. I might have had some irregular. I'm not afraid of salt because we're gonna drench it in sweet coconut milk. Pamakani gave me these mature coconuts. That means they should have hard meat inside.
To make fresh coconut milk, I'm cracking open these coconuts and I'm letting that water fall right into the same bowl that I'll be grating the meat in. Grating coconut this way takes time, but I feel like it releases so much more of the oils and the flavor than it would just chopping it up or putting it in a food processor. And Pamakani's hands are already weaving away as she makes her own magic. And together, this just feels like old times.
What are you making?
Lepo'o.
Oh, lovely. This was like literally our happy place, you know, and that is something that I think obviously stuck with both of us. Like, I will never forget when those happy days came to an end, and I don't want to get too emotional.
I know.
But I do remember just like one day showing up to your house to pick you guys up for school, and you guys just weren't there.
Yeah.
And you guys were just
We're gone.
Well, you didn't even know that you were leaving.
No,
yeah?
we didn't know we were leaving. We just, kind of escaped our tough times at home. And my dad was, at the time abusive. So it was a very tough childhood.
Was he abusive to everyone? Mom?
My mom.
Yeah.
My mom. He was a good dad. He just was not good to my mom. So we always tried to protect her. And so when she all of a sudden showed up and said, we have to leave, police came to escort us to the airport, and we had to literally just pick up 3 outfits or whatever we had on the ground to put in our bags and leave. We had 5 minutes to leave.
That's crazy.
And we just up and left.
Up and left and came here to Oahu.
Came to Oahu
Just
to hide.
All of even just like the family and that terror and all of that aside, just the shock of one day without even knowing, having to pick up and be on Oahu.
It was scary.
That was scary, right? And crazy.
Scary.
Like showing up at your house and one day you guys just being gone and realizing that you were gone, not knowing where you went or whatever. And I mean, I remember, like, I think it was like months later, like getting like a secret call, on the landline on our home phone, and just like of you telling us that you were on Oahu, what happened. And I just remember you missing home, like being, knowing it was the right thing to do, but missing home so much.
We missed our friends. We missed you guys. We were so close, like sisters.
Totally.
We literally did everything together. So to not have that anymore.
Absolutely. It was our everything.
It was devastating.
And I would just imagine, sounds so weird to say, like, but the culture shock, like, that was huge back then.
Yeah,
like,
no.
It's not like, I don't even know how to explain this as much because
And we were country girls.
we were so country.
We were country girls.
And when you don't have access to this technology showing you what's going on in the city. When we were in high school, there was no internet.
No internet.
There was no email. There was no Facebook. Nothing. Instagram. There was
not even pagers.
You could not Google. Exactly. There were no page. There was nothing.
Yeah.
Like when you don't have this like instant access to
instant,
seeing it, like it really does feel like a foreign land. And so I can only imagine like being these country girls that you were. First of all, having to grab everything in one day and leave your home. And then secondly, to just like come to a whole different place and just be thrown into the mix of it. Like how hard that was.
It was really hard. And we had to find a new normal.
Right.
And it took us a long time. I mean, we begged our mom to live with you guys. We live with Kim and Christy.
Right.
And just, as kids, we were like, we want our normal.
Right. I mean, the resilience that it obviously instilled in you guys is amazing. I remember in the summer of our senior year, our group of girlfriends, we came over to Oahu, which was a huge move to do without parents. Like, to get on an airplane. It might sound silly now, but just like, it really was a big move back then. And flew over.
You guys came to stay with us, and it was like amazing. We
got to witness your new life you were building, and that by that time, you had found your new normal.
Yeah, we did. We were like living, our Kailua lifestyle. It wasn't like, Maui, but we found our groove back.
It was hard on us. I can only imagine how hard it was on you guys, but good on your mom.
Yeah.
Like I can only imagine the courage that took and the effort that took for her to do that.
Yeah.
And when I think about what she has now,
Oh, yeah. She's
Like-
come so far and she's living her best life.
she is. She is. And what a gift to give to her daughters to show them that it might be a hard, long, struggling road to get the freedom, but you
But it's
absolutely
worth
deserve
to
it.
be happy.
Exactly.
Your happiness is key. So I'm so proud of my mom, Even though at the time we were like, oh,
Of
no.
course. Of course.
But now I look back at it, I'm like, wow, that was brave.
That was so brave.
That was so brave.
Mahalo for sharing that, because I really think that story can help so many people, because
Thank
so many
you.
people go through that.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share it. And I'm just so happy that we get to share space again.
I really hope that maybe anybody who hears this or watches this, like, that they realize that we're just two kids from the country who kind of stuck to what we loved.
Yeah.
Neither one seemed possible
No.
to make a career out of, that's for sure.
I had no idea.
I mean, I know your mom was like a lei maker to help pay the bills, but like
Put food on the table.
put food on the table. But what you're doing, like to be able to like take something, stick with it, and grow it to the path that's truly your own is remarkable. And I definitely never thought in my life, being a spearfisher woman would ever amount to a career. And I think that's just like so important for people to know that it is like the struggles that can
Shape us.
right? It makes us more resilient, and yet it's the things that make you happy. It's those moments of passion
Simplicity,
that you
too.
feel, that even if it doesn't seem like, oh, this could ever amount to anything, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because first of all, it's just
Don't give
important.
up.
Yeah,
Don't
it's just
give up.
important to not
Believe
give
in
up.
yourself, Like
Yeah.
there's gonna be times where you're gonna be like, what am I doing? But
Right?
when you look past all of that and you know who you are and get to the root of it, it comes naturally.
That's exactly it. Like, I'm sure there were so many people who questioned what you were doing as they did me, but it's just like, whatever it is that makes you the most you, like, you gotta stick at
Yeah,
it.
do that.
Yeah, exactly. Fight for it.
Yes,
fight for it. In the same way where we fought for our friendship, I feel like
Yes.
fight for your passions.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe you just made that. That is so gorgeous.
This is for you. I made it for you, and this is the most important part.
Tell me about what it means to you to make a lei and give a lei.
To me, it's you're giving a piece of you to someone,
Right.
And that's like the utmost like love that you can give someone. That's why this I'm giving special to you.
Giving a piece of your heart, and it is such an honor.
Oh my God!
I love you so much. So now I will feed you, because that's how I give love. I'm gonna pick an orange.
I'm so excited.
These will be the final two ingredients for our poisson crew.
Oh, amazing!
This fish, as you can see, cooked up perfectly. It's nice and opaque now. So what I like to do to finish it is just like a little sweet. This one squeeze. And so this is just the grated mature coconut meat with the actual coconut
look at
water,
that.
right?
Oh, it's perfect for it.
Oh my gosh, I love this. I feel like we're having like a ceremony. Cheers,
deserve it.
my dear.
Here.
To both of us, just still living in Hawaii, first of all, still doing exactly what we love, and for all the years of friendship to come. I love you so much.
I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Love on my head, love in a bowl, right?
It's perfectly seasoned. everything.
The fresh coconut milk really brings it home.